What is up, everyone? Neoplo2 here, and today we are going to talk about weapons that are rising in value and weapons that are falling in value. So first we're going to start off with the 5 weapons that are going to be rising in value, and I'm going to do 5 weapons that are dropping in value. Now, for rising in value, first off, we got Heartblade. This weapon, honestly, is surprisingly doing pretty well in value, actually. It was once at 20, when it was still in the shop, but then it started raising a little bit. It rose to 50, then it was the exact same value as Luger, 60-60, and it started fluctuating now. And now it's currently at 95 in value and is an overpaid for item. So we will likely see this being possibly 100 since it's the highest tier 2 weapon for MM2 values, and it's doing amazing on both values, so we could see this rise to 100 in the near future, maybe after the summer event ends. Now, next weapon that is currently kind of hyped for is Batwing. Now, for some reason, I'm not really sure why though, but people are starting to overpay for this item. It is currently a 62 value, I'm pretty sure, on both value lists, but some people, depending on the trader, will overpay for the item. Like, for example, people in some of the trading groups will say, like, I'll give an icebreaker for it, which is a decent overpay, and we could see a rise possibly to 70 or 80 in a few months. Which actually brings me into my next one, Icebreaker. This weapon has been rising in value. Now, yes, it has been rising a little bit slowly, but I think it was 70 or 75 before. Now it is on 80 on Supreme and an 87 value on MM2 values. And I think the max that it will reach is 90 or possibly, if you're lucky, 100. And yeah, you can probably get some decent overpay for these items. Next is Swirly Gun. This weapon, not gonna lie, did drop a bit, I think, a few weeks ago. Same with Swirly Axe, but it has been improving currently on Supreme, and it has been recovering on MM2. I think, rise 10 value on Supreme, which is pretty good to be honest, since it won't be dropping as much as it was, since it was at 190, 180, so that means it gained its value back. And possibly could range between 200 at some point, maybe after summer is over. Now, I'm not saying it's guaranteed to reach 200. I'm saying this is a possibility it can reach 200. Now, next one is Red Luger. Now, Red Luger is getting hyped for, possibly because it looks so good with the candy knife, and it was originally 30, and now it's 38 on Supreme. And it even rose from, I think, 35 to 42 on MM2 values. And the hype for Red Luger is really good. You can get a lot of decent overpays depending on the person you're trading. Like, if they just have candy and they're looking for Red Luger, you can get a decent overpay with this item. So if you have this item, lucky you can get some good overpays because people like this item with candy. Now, we're going to go into the 5 weapons that are going to be lowering in value. Now, the first weapon that you probably have seen is Bat. This weapon was at 600 value about 4 days ago. Currently, it's lost 25 value. Then it lost another 25 value on Supreme. And now it is currently at 550 and a rescending. For MM2, though, it's lowered kind of badly. It was at 600. Now it's at 510. And we will most likely be seeing Bad possibly after the summer event is over. Only range between 400 or 300 value, which is kind of disappointing, but it is what it is, I guess. Now, this one I'm going to include as a set. I'm going to include 3 as a set for these ones, and this is Sakura set. Now, I'm including both of them since they both together, I think, were at 650. I think Sakura being at 625 and Blossom at 650. But they were doing really good in value since they were at 600, and that's extremely good. But they have dropped a little bit in value, and they are both 495 on Supreme, which is pretty bad since they were 650 before. It's like, what happened? So, yeah, they are 495 on Supreme, and for MM2, 490 Blossom, and 500 for Sakura. And many people will underpay for this item, not gonna lie. Same with Bat. Bat is getting extremely underpaid for recently. Next is Water Gun. Now, yes, this weapon had a rough start, but during the beginning of the event, it was at, I think, almost the same value, if not higher than Traveler's Gun. Then it started dropping a little bit. It went from 1400 on MM2 to 200. And that is horrible. Now, yes, I do get it. This is kind of good for MM2 though, because a lot of people were playing this event, which is good, but it's also kind of bad that a lot of people unboxed it and the value is horrible now. And I'm pretty sure it's 225 value on Supreme. But they have been losing value at a pretty fast rate. I'm pretty sure Water Gun lost 25 value on Supreme. So we will most likely be seeing Water Gun maybe not be 200 in the future, maybe 195. Now, next is Pearl Set. Now, I'm including both of these, like I said, since, like always, Shop Godly. They were originally 1,000 together as a set, Pearl Shine 500 and Pearl 500, then dropped daily. Now, currently, they are both 120 value on Supreme and have been getting underpays for, and it will likely drop to 100. And for MM2, Pearl is at 100. Pearl Shine is at 105. So for MM2, it could not even be 100 in the future because last year's summer update, it lasted to October. So if this is the same way, we could be seeing this like at the value of Spectre set, which is just 85. Now, last but not least is the Rainbow set. Now, on Supreme, Rainbow Gun is 200 and Rainbow Knife is 195. And a recent change in value is that they both dropped 25 value, and I'm pretty sure both at one point were 250, but I could be wrong. And for MM2, it's 205 and 200, and I'm pretty sure it's a recovering. So this could recover in value, but not by much. It also could drop again in value, depending on the hype of these in the future. But let me know, will they rise in the future or will they fall? But that's just going to be it for this video. I just want to talk about some of the values that are rising in value, but also some of weapons that are falling in value. Let me know if you liked this video, and if I missed any weapons that are falling or rising in value, let me know in the comments. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub. Bye.